back to Almost Sideways. My name is Adam, and this is the place for movie conversation. A great big film just dropped out in theaters and HBO Max this week, and it's directed by Adam Wingard. It's called Godzilla versus Kong, one of the most highly anticipated big action films of 2021. I watched it a couple days ago. I'm a little late to the party to get my review and thoughts out, but I'm excited to talk a little bit about the film, and I hope you guys leave your comments down and actually leave your thoughts down in the comment section down below. Let's talk about the film down there, and let me know your guys' takes on it, because I think this is a really crowd-pleasing film, to say the least. And if you guys like talking about movies and you want to hear more in-depth conversation, not just of newer films, but older films, really fun conversations here on Almost Sideways, make sure you smash that subscribe button as quickly as possible and join the conversation. Anyway, Godzilla versus Kong shows these two massive titans in this monster verse that they have created, which is now the fourth film. This Godzilla versus Kong is the fourth film in the franchise. And it shows these two big creatures, Godzilla taking on Kong, with some darker, sinister plot underneath. That's pretty much the easiest way to describe this movie, because I don't want to spoil anything for you, because there is some really fun to be had here. And what I really liked about this movie, guys, was the fun action there was. There was some really cool fight sequences, and whenever Godzilla and Kong were squaring off, I was hyped. I was hyped out of my mind. It was a really fun time. And I think the big thing with these MonsterVerse movies is that the human characters kind of bog down the movie quite a bit. They are kind of dumb. I didn't mind them too much in this one. To be honest with you guys, I kind of wanted to see more Godzilla King of the Monsters style for the action-wise. I just wanted to see more of them fighting. And I do understand in this film, though, you did have to have the Rebecca Hall character, which is kind of the person observing Kong and for Monarch after so many years in captivity. And not having Kong in Godzilla King of the Monsters, I think, was kind of a smart play here. But they did mention him or mention Skull Island, and I found myself enjoying myself with Godzilla King of the Monsters. And overall, this MonsterVerse has had some really cool moments, but overall kind of disappointing for me. But going to this one, I found myself, as the weeks got closer to the release date, I found myself more and more excited for it. And for the simple fact is, maybe it was just big, dumb blockbuster movie I wanted to see. The trailers got me a little more excited for it. Seeing Kong back on the screen once again was pretty awesome. As of right now, Kong Skull Island is still my favorite film in the franchise, probably followed by Godzilla vs. Kong, and then the first Godzilla King of Monsters, or Godzilla can flip back and forth. I have issues still on Godzilla vs. Kong, and I think it is the human characters. They are front and center a lot in this movie. And I won't get into spoilers here, because there's some fun reveals that take place in this movie. But if you compare it to the Japanese monster films with Godzilla, and see them in those films, there are human characters in there, but I don't. When I watch those films, I don't feel bogged down by them. I kind of enjoy their moments, because they're few and kind of far between at times in certain movies, depending on what you watch. And sometimes they're more front and center. However, they don't seem maybe as dumb as these newer versions of films are showing us. And that maybe it's kind of makes me kind of have a little bit dislike for them. However, this Godzilla vs. Kong version knows exactly what it is. It's a big, dumb blockbuster film that is highly entertaining. Even the character versions for myself, I found myself kind of enjoying. Obviously, we see Millie Bobby Brown back, reprising her role from Godzilla King of the Monsters. We have Brian Tyree Henry show up as this kind of mad, crazy guy in this film, and I kind of really enjoyed him. Kyle Chandler definitely takes a step back. He's not really involved in much in this movie. But we see Rebecca Hall, which is really cool to see Rebecca Hall in here, because I've really liked a lot of her work. She's kind of really underrated actress, and she gets a big prominent role in here. and she knocks it out of the park. I enjoyed Rebecca Hall in this one. We see Alexander Skarsgård show up as one of the doctors who puts the plot in motion to try to figure out how to counter Godzilla in the film as well. Julian Dennison is in here. He was the kid from Deadpool 2 and Hunt for the Wilderpeople. He was pretty funny. He has some funny comedic moments with Brian Tyree Henry and Millie Bobby Brown. For the other main characters go, there's no really standout here for me, but I didn't quite hate these characters compared to what I did in Godzilla King of the Monsters. Overall, you kind of know what you're getting in with Godzilla King of the Monsters. It's a fun blockbuster type feel that shows two iconic movie characters battling it out on the screen, having big explosions all over this place, have big, awesome fight sequences. And that's sometimes what you need to do. You can turn off your brain and enjoy a fun film. I don't say this movie is perfect. I don't think this one is one of my favorite MonsterVerse films or even my favorite Godzilla movie. However, what I found myself doing is really kind of enjoying it, even with some of the negativities that do hold it down. Some my things I didn't really care about for the movie, about being a little critical of it. Like, I wanted to see more action. I know that the second half of the film is really backloaded with a lot of the action sequences, but it's a monster movie, and I can't really expect the movie maybe to give me as much as I want of the action without them balancing the human interactions here, because overall these monsters are battling in the human world. So you're going to have those characters here. I think on almost sideways scale, we go 4 stars. I'm giving this movie a 2.5 out of 4. It's a fun blockbuster film, but I can't give it necessarily the 3 stars. I probably have watched it more, and I just find myself enjoying it more. I'll give it the higher rating. But as of now, I think you guys should definitely watch it, especially if you have HBO Max. I don't know why, if you have that, you don't watch it, because it's definitely worth the watch. It's a big, fun film, and it's fun. It's good for the whole family. My daughter watched it, and she's 6, and she had a lot of fun with it too. And we just had a blast watching this movie. It's a big, fun, action-y movie that in this day and age right now, we kind of need to shut out of our brains and enjoy a movie. Anyway, guys, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think of Godzilla versus Kong. You guys like it more than I did? Did not like it as much as I did? Let me know in the comment section down below. That's how I'll talk about this movie. Until next time, I'll see you later.